Hello everyone. Good morning. So today's tournament is going to be very interesting, I think. Looking at the battle conditions. Orb Resistance, Knockback Resistance, enemy speed, enemy attack speed, Protector ultimate. So here's what I'm thinking I'll do for the two tournaments. We're gonna do one run with... Oh, hey Jimbo, hello, good morning. We're gonna do two runs today. It's gonna be two different strategies. I think with this set of battle conditions, we can try to do permanent black hole. If I need to do permanent black hole now, I need to put Galaxy Compressor as my primary core module. And with Galaxy Compressor as permanent, well, it gives me permanent black hole. I don't have to worry about fast range. The only thing I need to worry about is just dealing enough damage to kill the enemies. And so I can technically run a lower range and rely on my card mastery for AoE to deal damage to the enemies. And that way all I have to worry about is just killing rare enemies eventually. But if I have a small range, then it's pretty easy to deal with everything, right? The only thing that could potentially kill me would be bosses. So yeah, I think this would be a nice set of battle conditions to test. I'm going to put in Harmony Conductor just for the extra chance to miss from the rare enemies, and at minimum range I should be able to... let's just see if this is true. I should be able to hold all the enemies at bay, and my Poison Swamp should give me a lot of stuns and so on. Black Hole has full coverage over my tower range, so I won't run into a situation whereby I'm going to get popped by the enemies. Hey Wudo Sudo, hello. Thoughts on the new cannon? It's the one that increases your damage. I mean, it's good. More damage is always good. Hey Christian, hey Master Chief, hello. Welcome. Hey Casey, how are you all? So I'm expecting that rays are going to pop me very easily, but if I run a smaller range, it's likely the case that my smart missiles are going to hit the enemies quite hard, right? So let's try out those two different builds. We start off with the one which I think will do worse. We put Galaxy Compressor as primary. We put Project Funding as assist module. This one, because I'm going to be having a bit less enemy attack level skip, the overcharged enemies might start hitting a little bit harder. Unfortunately, I don't have nice substats over here where I can slow down the enemies in my chrono field. The only module that I have that in is my Dimension Core, so I still have to run Dimension Core as my primary module. Hey Nu, hey Mixwell. I still haven't beaten the game. No, I haven't beaten the game. What? When is the new module coming out? Back to 5500 gems. Yeah, I've just been saving everything. Hey Hannah, how are you? Oh, we have a lady in the chat. Hi Hannah. Yeah, thoughts on new module? I think new module is going to be good. Any sort of damage is good. So let's try it out, right? First run, let's do Galaxy Compressor. We get a bit of extra damage from project funding. It's epic level, so what is that? It's going to be 12.5% extra damage. Not very much extra damage, but better than nothing. Do I think the new module will be better than death penalty? No. So I think death penalty is still better. However, as we have seen in some of my more recent runs, towards the end of my tournaments, damage really doesn't kill the enemies very easily. So having the extra damage buff, you know, it could extend the runs by a little bit, but I still think that just having the ability to pop off the enemies is going to be better. Kristen, why not project funding first? Well, if I were to run project funding first, Black Hole is not going to be permanent. So looking at the set of battle conditions today, I wanted to try to do permanent Black Hole just to control all the enemies. The only thing I need to worry about in this case would be rare enemies, and I think this would be a sort of safer and better strategy for players who do not have as strong of a chrono field. It might help them progress a bit further. So that's why I want to test out this particular setup. Hey Husky, where is the new cannon going to be viable? Milestone pushes, tournament, high tier farming. Hannah, I think the way it's going to be used is as the assistant module. So in your farming runs, you might want to run with like your Astral Deliverance in primary, and then the new module in your secondary. So you know, if your bound shots do a lot more damage, and if you do kill bosses and elites, you get some extra damage. That extra damage can help you kill enemies a little bit easier and so on. So yeah, all right, let's see how we go with this. In fact, because I'm using Galaxy Compressor, let's try to go for like a even smaller range. Yeah, let's just go for like tiny range, and then we have Shockwave to just extend beyond our range line for a little bit to see how we can maybe get the Shockwave size to hit the overcharged enemies and so on. So overall, it's going to look something like this. Wait for the boss to die first. Okay, so we're going to have 43.5 meter range. When my black hole comes up, it's going to be permanent. Okay, with Galaxy Compressor, I should get a lot more smart missiles as well. So if Protector Ultimate procs and then there is a Protector in my black hole, my smart missiles are just going to deal a lot more damage to the enemies that way. Why is my black hole not? Well, it's almost permanent. I think it's good enough, right? We do have quite a bit of stuns and whatnot as well. So let's try this out for the first run. I think it should be a decent strategy for people who don't have much damage and don't have much controls. So let's go. We try the first one. Oh, I should probably show you guys the stats, right? So nothing much has changed from the last tournament stats. Let's get 100 into landmine damage for now. my level skips 570, 560, and damage bonuses 2.8 here. Orbs at 1.7, level skips at 1.44. Same as last week. I don't think I touched anything here. So let's try it out and we see how we go for this first run. Okay, the most important, I guess the most important factor in deciding how well I'm going to do in this tournament is just going to be what kind of bracket we get at the end of the day. So hopefully it's not too bad. We see how we go, right? Oh wow, there's already 25 people here. So hello and good morning to good evening to all of you in the US. I presume most of the people here would be in the US. Hang on, I'll get to the chat shortly. Let me just set up the whole run first. Alright, ELS is at 70%. Attack level skip is slightly lower, but it's okay. We don't really need the attack level skips too much. The only thing that would probably be hitting us is just going to be well, I guess I can take out landmine stun. I don't really need landmine stun. I don't have the mastery that allows me to put in. Oh, I already have health regen in. Then, you know, let's just put in landmine stun. It wouldn't make much of a difference. Target priority, fleet up top. Maybe I want to get bosses in there as well. Elites are going to be dangerous since I'm using death penalty today. Everything else I don't really have to worry about it. So let's do this. Fleets, elites, boss. Yeah, I think this would be a decent one. Now I need to adjust my shockwave. Where is my shockwave currently? It's just at my range line. Let's bring it up slightly more. Let's try 2.0. I think 2.0 I should be able to hit. Let's do 2.2 just for safety. With 2.2 shockwave, I should be able to hit the fleet enemies when they come in. And I'm going to keep range very low, so my smart missiles and all should have a pretty decent coverage with this strategy. And let's bump up the attack speed. Okay, so I don't think there's any more that I need to touch over here. Let's go back to the chat. Hello Husky, well done moving to tier 11. Lelis, I'm doing great, thank you. How are you? You know, surprisingly, I'm not very hungover today. When is PC added to the normal banner? I presume when the new module comes up. Hannah asks, what is the most important area to work for champions tournaments to get to legends when all I have been maxing is labs? Hannah, so to get into legends, there's a couple of things that you need, but most importantly, I think it's to work on your masteries. So if you're able to get to tier 18 with 1000, then you will be able to unlock the battle condition reduction lab. The hard part about staying in Legends, or the transition from Champions to Legends, is that your ELS is going to suffer a lot. And because of that, if you have higher ELS, it's going to make your life a lot easier. So, someone like Christian, his ELS in tournaments is probably going to be like 80% or so, somewhere very close to 80%. That extra 10% of ELS will probably mean the difference between me getting hit at wave 1800 in tournaments versus him not getting hit at wave 3000 in tournaments. That's about the difference. So, damage really wouldn't matter too much because the enemy's health is not scaling up as quickly with higher ELS. So I would suggest just get your card masteries in order to push for wave 1000 in tier 18, and once you're able to do that, have enough econ to max out the labs. And once you can max out those labs, staying in Legends is not going to be difficult at all. Right, John says, hey, congrats on making wave 100 plus. Hey, I'm at wave 390 now. Lelis said, I got my PC to Ancestral and I'm still trying to get Dimension Core to Epic Plus. Don't worry too much about Dimension Core. Go Smart Missiles, then you don't have to think about Chain Lightning. Evan, hello. Oh, we are in the same bracket? Oh, yeah, let's check out the bracket. Come on, fingers crossed. Let's, there's this guy here. Okay, so we should beat this guy. Hi there. Yep, we're beating you as well. Yes. Come on, is this a good bracket? I wouldn't mind getting first. Okay, Exalted Farmer, no. Okay. So second place so far. Evan is here. Bings, Phil Wanda, CJV, okay. This guy got herpes down below, okay. Herpes is literally going to be down below. Let's see the others. Spyram is probably going to beat me as well. Let's just double check his rank in the last tournament. So Spyram, yeah, Spyram is in like the top 300, so he's beating me. So that brings us to rank 3. E419, okay. Omega, okay. There's trouble here. Alright, so I think we are going to be 4th place. Yeah, we're going to be in 4th place. Look at my tournament performance, guys. 4th, we got a lucky bunch of seconds, 3rd, and then now back to 4th place again. Oh, all right. Let's just accept our fate. We are never going to be 1st place. Whatever. How's my fetch looking like? Pretty good. I don't know what the exact stats are, Husky, but it's good enough, I think. Can I see anyone else's tier plus wave properly? I rarely notice mine shows up properly, but still no one else's. I don't understand what you mean, John. This new module should be good for the late game. Yeah, probably, Lelis, like right at the end. It's probably good. I mean, I don't think anyone would complain about having more damage. By the time damage actually matters, we probably want as much damage as possible. Is it because like your bracket is very new, John? And oh, wow, we have 30 people. Hello. Good evening to all of you. Like the profiles, when you click on people, it shows tier 18 with 4500 blah 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 like that. So what about it? Like we click on Space Godzilla, that we can see his highest tier. I'm not sure if this is the actual highest tier that they have, but you know, this gives me a rough indication of where they are at relative to me. So like for instance, this guy, he has not cleared 4500 in tier 18. Most likely he is weaker than I am, because no reason you wouldn't want a 10% lap speed, right? So because of that, most likely I would beat him in the tournament. That's the rough gauge that I'm looking at. But yeah, anyway. Oh, it shows up to tier 21 now. Okay. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, with like tier 21 stuff, it's going to be a bit harder to gauge other players' potential, because some people would have just done enough to get some unlocks in tier 21. That's all. For me, it's still like the version 26 stuff, I think, because I haven't seen anyone beyond tier 18. Check in guild and click on my own name. Okay, so check in guild. Where am I? I'm here. Oh yeah, it's at tier 21 now. Tier 21. I see. So the tournament ones are still backdated. Oh my god, look at me. Look at me. I'm at rank 8. Right, so this would be like the permanent black hole run. As long as we kill bosses fast enough, I think we should not have to worry about any of the other enemy types. Which means that I should probably just be taking hits from overcharged enemies and bosses. Husky says tough bracket every day. Tough bracket every day. Let's just assume that the default is tough bracket, and then when we get good bracket, we're like, oh, you know. But yeah. So a while back, someone asked me to do a Galaxy Compressor versus Project Funding test. I think this set of battle conditions is very decent for that. My prediction is that I'm going to still benefit more from having Project Funding as my primary. But I think if your tower is not as progressed as mine, the difficulty that you'll be facing is not necessarily going to be from Ray enemies popping you. It's going to be from controlling the enemies. Like in today's battle conditions, they have increased speed, increased attack speed, and so on. It might be better to use Galaxy Compressor, so we can roughly see the range difference, the wave difference between the two setups. In the second run, I will probably use Project Funding. I'll try to keep the range low as well, and just use my CF Plus with Shockwave to control the enemies and let them spin on the outside of my range line. I will probably have to toggle off my black hole because I won't get permanent black hole. And I don't want Protector Ultimates to destroy me. But so far, as you can see, like even though the damage is a lot lower, right? Typically this would be like at the 5 trillion mark with Project Funding as my primary module. The damage number wouldn't really matter until very later on in the run. because at the end of the day, it's just all the controls and, like, you know, you use your death ray to kill the enemies and so on. You don't really have to worry too much about the other stuff. Yeah, I think Husky, John and I probably around the same level of progression. Right? I can't remember, was it John or Ben? I think it was Ben. Ben asked me to make me convince myself to go for Spotlight Plus. So as you can see, I've been very disciplined in not clicking anything. Right, 416 stones over here. I didn't click anything over here. Sorry, Kristen. I want to go for Spotlight Plus. Now, I think Spotlight Plus is actually great for these kinds of tournaments, right? If there's increased attack speed, I want the Ray enemies to die as quickly as possible. So, you know, not necessarily the case that I would want. Well, I actually need a bit of burst damage. So that was a fleet enemy. I think that was the Saboteur. We killed it before it even reached my tower, so very nice. We also have very good Poison Swarm coverage with this low of a range. It's very nice. This is almost identical to how farming runs look like. Hey Bonzo, hello, good evening. Thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament too. Maybe I should pull my workshop ops to the interior. That would give me more hits on the bosses, I think, later on in the run. So let's do that now before things get a bit hectic. So we lower the range, we lower the workshop op range. Yeah, let's just lower both of this, and then we slot back in our range card. Where is range? Oh, range is here. Alright, let's slot in the range card. And so my extra ops are at the 43 meter range. My workshop ops are slightly inside. That's going to give me a bit more boss hits with my ops. This is actually a very nice set of battle conditions. I'm excited with this kind of battle conditions. We don't have like fast ultimate and all those other ugly stuff. The only annoying thing is Protector ultimate, and I don't have a good answer for Protector ultimates at this stage. So I think once 1800 comes, I will just use Nuke, and 1900 I will just use Demon Mode. Yes, the only thing that could potentially make my life miserable is if the boss and the Protector are coming in together. That would I guess potentially break my wall, and then if overcharge comes, it's going to take out all my energy shield charges and so on. Oh, but how is everyone today? maybe actually now thinking about it, if I had put in Space Displacer, it might also be a decent strategy, right? I would just have a lot of stuns on the bosses as well. Potentially that would delay when they enter my range. But yeah, we've already started the run. Let's just leave it at that. As you can see, my smart missile radius is pretty decent at this stage. I presume that later on in the run, if overcharged enemies come, I have a very decent chance of hitting them with my smart missiles. So that's one extra avenue of damage to them. The second thing would be that I would also have a pretty decent coverage when commanders come with my smart missiles. So that at some point I foresee that they would clump up, and then my smart missiles can just keep launching onto the commander enemies and give me a bit more extra damage on them. John says, chilling, telling myself internally not to buy stone packs ever again, but that usually doesn't work. Yeah, John, let's just accept it at this stage, you know. we tell each other, we tell ourselves that we are never going to buy stone packs ever again, and then that resolve lasts for like less than a month. Let's just come to terms that, you know, we are just going to buy the stone packs, and on months where we don't buy stone packs, we feel pleasantly surprised. Lelu says same here. So far so good. I don't think I've taken any damage yet. Maybe a couple of chip damage from the overcharged enemies. Yeah, like that guy just hit me once, but it's okay. We should have the ability to tank the overcharged enemies for quite some time. Lelis, you haven't bought it this month? What are you doing? Just go on that website, buy it, and then don't think too much about it. So isn't this pretty, right? Imagine if I have my S mod for generator at Ancestral, then eventually Boom Boom is going to look so nice. I can totally imagine this. It's going to look something like this, but then there's going to be a lot more raid explosions from all the inner landmine explosions as well. That would be really, really nice to see. There, like in this case over here, this overcharged enemy, even though it had a lot of time to hit me, it was actually getting connected with my smart missile, so that's extra damage that I otherwise wouldn't have with a larger range. John says it was easier when everything was just multiple packs for one click, but now with S-mods it's more addicting. That's yep. You get to you know, with the 5 packs you get to click like 20-30 times. That's like 20-30 times the dopamine hits that we would normally get. Hey Vexo, hello, good morning to you. How are you today? I'm so lost that I'm not even spending gems anymore. What are you lost about, Lelis? So I think a while back I watched Greeny's stream, and Greeny was at something like 9 trillion damage, and he was casually going to wave 3000 with 9 trillion damage, so he wasn't taking a hit at all. which means that, you know, I should be able to get to like 20 something hundred wave if I'm strong enough, right? And the only reason why I think he made it so far is because his ELS is like 10% higher than me. But as we'll see, I'm likely going to be taking a hit by like 1800 or 1900, something like that. So that ELS is really, really tempting. And if I'm not going for Spotlight Plus, I was seriously considering just pumping the substat efficiency up here a little bit, just to get slightly further in ornaments with that extra ELS. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know, John. So let me lower the music volume then. Is it better this way? Oh, and also, yeah, I'm sitting quite far from my mic. Let me adjust my body. And the mic. Is this better? To be honest, I just woke up not long ago. I had a friend's birthday yesterday, so we were out, had some wine, and you know, I don't. A couple of glasses of wine and a bit hungover, but not too bad today. I came back, had a lot of water before going to bed. Oh, it's just a bit loud compared to me. Okay. Well, let me know if you want the music lowered even more. Right, we're almost at 1800. Ooh, as long as there's no fast ultimate, it's really nice. Eh? No stress all the way up to 1800. This is with G-Com, by the way, so damage is going to be less than usual. Thoughts on the new cannon mods? Get it, Bexo. Get it, and eventually we can decide if it's good or not. I think it's good. Let's just use nuke now. So if overcharged enemies come, I think they would hit me a bit softer. But their attack speed is going to slow down, so I should have technically gotten a bit more EHP with the use of my nuke. Now we just hear the earthquake of my table when I move. Oh, did you just hear my stomach growl? Oh, I'm hungry. The cannon would probably be best in slot. I think it would be best in slot for the S mod. Yes. It's difficult to think of a situation where having more damage is bad for us. Am I going to the office later, Husky? I hope not. It's Saturday. I would have to do some work later in the evening, but my plan after this would be to go for a run, have something nice to eat, something greasy. Maybe like some fried eggs or something like that, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe sleep a couple more hours. It's been a very long week. I had a very tiring week at work today. This week. JP, hello. How are you, my friend? Husky. Running, jogging, same thing. Just do it at a pace that you're comfortable with. Oh, chicken parma sounds good. But you're not here to cook for me. I don't know how to make it by myself. Master Chief, welcome back. You didn't miss anything. it's been very uneventful in this tournament run. The only thing that has been hitting my wall is just the overcharged enemies. At this stage, they are not doing very much damage yet. 21 trillion damage. So pretty safe, pretty safe. How's the bracket looking? Let's check out the bracket now. Oh, I'm in rank 2 now. Okay, very nice, very nice. I should end up at rank 4. Spyram is probably going to beat me, and I think there is one more. There's someone else somewhere that's going to beat me as well. So rank 4, I think I'll be happy with that. Nicken, hello. You managed to catch the stream. Chicken milk is healthy. What is chicken milk? Rice with salted egg yolk chicken would be nice. Ooh. So actually, I'm not a fan of salted egg yolk. I just find like you can't really eat much of it because it's so rich in flavor. Master Chief, am I trying anything new? Yeah, so I'm using Galaxy Compressor as my primary generator mod today. Just so that I have permanent black hole, and that way I don't need to worry about range enemies hitting me or fast enemies potentially hitting my wall. I can run a smaller range. I'll just rely on my orbs to trim off the bosses. And the only thing that I think would be dangerous with this is eventually I just don't have enough damage to kill the ray enemies, and ray enemies will then take out my wall, take out my energy shields, and I'll probably die to rays today. But other than that, it should be a very safe, stable run. And I think it's going to be quite a useful strategy for players in like the earlier game, especially if rays are not so much of an issue for you. Just having that extra layer of safety from Galaxy Compressor can probably bring you quite far. Yeah, I'm early today. Husky, how's me and which girl doing? Well, actually, best not to talk about any girl on stream. We can chat on Discord later. But I think so far so good. I'm happy with where I am currently. Oh, so look at that. I actually need a bit more health regen, hey. Tall and handsome, that's not me. Those are not two words used to describe me, Husky. Thoughts on Humble Race? Ooh. Woodo? So Humble Race, there's actually a cafe like round the corner from my place. It's called Humble Race Cafe. The food there is good. That's in Melbourne, Australia, by the way. So I don't know what you mean by Humble Race, but to me Humble Race is the cafe. Oh, you're also a Melbourneian. Nice. Humble Race is nice. I live very close by to Humble Race Cafe. good branch. Yeah, it is. So, a while back, like this was like a year and a half ago when I first entered the dating market again. The first person I ever met was at Humble Race Cafe. The food was good. Like our interaction was not good. I had forgotten how to speak to people then. So it was the most awkward brunch ever. But the food was nice. Beautiful too. Yeah, I mean it was pretty nice. I can't remember her name now, but she just started playing golf, and so after that we went to this golf shop and tested out some clubs there. It was quite fun. Like just eating brunch with each other. There was a lot of silence. It was quite awkward, but after that it was okay. And surprisingly, I never met her again after that. I think I felt too embarrassed. So whereabouts in Melbourne are you from? And are you an Aussie? What do I think? Should I use DC Epic Project Funding Ancestral or GC Mythic Plus and Project PC Ancestral? I would use... So Lelis, you are in Champions, yeah? If you're in Champions, I would think to use Primordial Collapse just for the damage reduction. And yeah, I would use PC for the damage reduction. And maybe Galaxy Compressor just to have higher uptime on your black hole. Then that way you just have more EHP, right? And you can tank your way up further. Damage is not so important. Just let enemies die to taunts. There's no taunts resistance this tournament. Wudo, okay, you live near the CBD. Graduated from Unimap 7 to 8 years ago. Not an Aussie. Hey, very nice. Are you male or female? So I'm actually still in Unimap at the moment, but I graduated my undergrad in 2015. No, 2013 I graduated with undergrad. Yeah, so I presume we're in the same age group. No, sorry. Oh, that's good, Hey, we should catch up for a beer sometime. If you are female, I'm not sure if I would be comfortable meeting you. So which part of the world are you from originally? Should I spend gems for this banner or normal one for PCs? Husky, I would just get the new stuff first, because we have higher chance of getting it. And you know, eventually you want all the modules at Ancestral anyway. Thank you very much, JP. Send me stone packs. Make sure you use the code. Yeah. Please remember to use my code if you're buying stuff and want to support the channel. Send me stone facts. I think maybe next month. So I still haven't gotten paid by Nexus yet. But once they make the payment, I have to do some accounting to figure out how much I can spare. But I might want to do one stone pack giveaway for my guildies, and one stone pack giveaway for just the channel itself. The thing that I'm a bit apprehensive about and in doing giveaway for the channel is that You know, it's people who spend money that contribute to allowing for the stone pack giveaway to happen. And then if I do a stone pack giveaway to people who do not spend the stone packs, spend on the stone packs, then the people who actually spend become very disincentivized to spend. So I'm not sure how the logistics of that will go, but you know, if there is a strong unhappiness from people who spend on the stone packs to give stone packs to other people, then maybe I might not do it. But I think everyone in this game is quite friendly, so I don't think that will happen. Oh, there is taunt resistance in champions. Well, I would still think that if you have the extra EHP, just let them just tank it. Oh. Look, I just lost everything. The not enough damage. Oh, and I realized why. I forgot to turn on my demon mode. Okay, let's turn on demon mode. Yeah, JP, what a man, right? Donating and promoting at once. Husky, I'm still waiting for you to buy me stone packs. What are you talking about? You've been watching my videos for a few weeks. We'll love to catch up after work sometimes. We're both high functioning alcoholics. Woodle, I don't function well. There is a reason why I'm always hungover. I'm not a high functioning alcoholic. I'm barely functioning as a human being after drinking. Nico, how do you get into my guild for the 2x chance? I think my guild is full actually. Yeah, it's currently full. And we have quite an active guild. Depends on... I think we have a situation where if you are not active for 2 weeks, then the guild leader will boot you. But I don't know what they are doing. I don't want to be in the leadership of the guild, so I just let them handle their stuff. But Master Chief joined recently. No, JP, you actually don't have to be in Singapore to be in my guild. So Noah is here in the chat sometimes. He's also in my guild. He is... Did he quit our guild? Oh, he's Doodle Duck. And he is from Texas, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Woodle, hit me up on Discord. We can arrange something. Grab dinner, have some drinks. That would be nice. Maybe when I graduate, I need you to hire me. Working 7 to 8 years here, you probably have some strings to pull. Then I don't have to think about where I can find a job. Me asking you to buy a stone pack is like a brokey asking a homeless to give him food. Well, I mean, Husky, that's basically us, you know. Both want stuff, cannot afford anything. But I gotta say, like, I'm really appreciative of everyone who used my creator code. You know, number one, it funnels my stone pack addiction. Number two, I can actually try out different builds because I don't have to be as efficient with my stone spending. Now that I know I can buy stones, I don't worry too much about not doing as well in tournaments. And because I can afford the stone packs now, or at least they are subsidized, you know, I don't feel so bad if I don't go into econ with the stone packs. How do you find me on Discord? So my Discord name, I'll type it in the chat. Yeah, just hit me up there. This is awesome. I know a few people in Australia, but they are all in different states. It's nice to meet up from someone from Victoria, and I guess you stay in the city as well, which is good. I'm right around the Queen Victoria Market area. Spare me some small change. What are you, Husky? Are you Oliver Twist? Are you still hungry? Give you some next month, you're gonna say, please sir, can I have more? Oh, your favorite restaurant is Rose Garden. Okay, that's very near where I stay. Very, very near. I'm along Swanston and Franklin. Hey Jado. What are you also based in Melbourne, Jado? Jam donuts from the markets. Yeah, nice. 92, born in 92 as well, Jado. So I presume we are all in the same age group. Oh, you live in North Queensland, okay. Spend a fair bit of time in Melbourne. Oh, nice. Let me know the next time you come to Melbourne. Oh, look, I finally have friends. My mom would be so proud. I was having dinner with two very long-term friends yesterday. So they were one of my first few friends when I came to Melbourne all of those years ago. So we've known each other like 18 years now, and the two of them husband and wife now. So the wife's birthday was yesterday, and they recently had a baby. So the wife's parents were here as well, and we had dinner together. And I was telling her mom, like, oh, you know, I've got no friends here. The only two friends I have are your son-in-law and your daughter. And now that you have a granddaughter, I've lost your son-in-law, because all he has to do now is like stay at home and look after the baby. So you guys should stay in Melbourne longer so that I can steal your son-in-law and go out. I'm the Steve of the trios. Yeah, if you've watched like How I Met Your Mother, like, you know, salt, pepper, and cumin. Alright, thank you so much, Widow. Yeah, let's chat later. Tad looking. Salt, pepper, and cumin. Oh, I need to find myself a slutty pumpkin. I actually miss How I Met Your Mother. I would like to rewatch that series. Oh boy, overcharge is here. No enemies to pop it. Oh, okay, it's dead. Oh, my wall nearly broke. Yeah, Husky. Well, I mean, Melbourne, Australia's Netflix is there's not much to watch on the Australian Netflix. Maybe I should like VPN it, and well, maybe I shouldn't say this kind of things on stream. Maybe I should watch like some other country's Netflix, because like whenever I go back home to Singapore to visit, I noticed that there's so many more show options back home. Yeah, I would. I mean, rewatching How I Met Your Mother is nice. I rewatched Friends a couple of times. The Big Bang Theory, I watched it like 6 times during the lockdowns, during COVID. And no good free sites to watch it to. Hey, we do not condone piracy, Husky. Maxwell, yeah. J Place is based in the Gold Coast. But I think he's been busy with work lately. He did mention a while back that he's got a few projects lined up. So yeah. Beggars can't be choosers. Wait, so are you the beggar or the homeless person? Are you trying to say that I'm homeless, Husky? Pick one and remain that role. Alright, so we are at wave 2000. Damage, as I think with project funding, I would be at what, 270 trillion damage? Thereabouts. But we're still surviving. It's not too difficult to survive at this stage. So that's very nice. I think the only things that has been hitting me so far is just overcharged enemies. So as you can see, like the damage number, it really doesn't matter too much, right? We are still getting, like, I'm pretty sure we'll get to like 2100 easily with this setup. So 5xing my damage, maybe it might get me a bit more waves, but I lose out on a lot of controls from not having permanent black hole. It's going to I guess it depends on the level of controls that you have. All else equal, it should be better if you have more damage. Oh, I just received an email and it said submit your work by tomorrow, and I was like, what work do I have to submit tomorrow? Jado, my CF plus is level 10. Hi Danilo, how are you? level 10 for CF plus. With this setup with PBH, it doesn't really matter that I've got CF 10. There's no I mean the bosses are still, you know, probably getting destroyed by my orbs, even though there's orb resistance. So it's fairly safe, this build. And in fact, like all those months ago when I first did like the video on Galaxy Compressor versus project funding, it took quite a lot before project funding eventually overtook Galaxy Compressor, just from having the extra security from permanent black hole. So like in a situation like earlier with that protector ultimate, as you saw, there were ranged enemies there. If I didn't have permanent black hole, it's quite likely the case that I would have lost my wall. But with permanent black hole, you see, I don't have to worry about the ranged enemies at all. Jado, yeah. So with CF Plus, it's great. CF Plus is great for tournaments. It just gives you a lot more time to kill the enemies. But depending on the battle conditions, like for today's battle conditions, having controls over the enemy is a lot more important. And specifically, you want to disable the ranged enemies because of Protector Ultimate. And so that makes Galaxy Compressor very useful. But if there was, say, like range ultimate or fast ultimate, then Black Hole is going to lose out on a bit of value because you can't disable the range enemies. So in a situation like that, well, maybe having higher CF plus is going to be a lot stronger. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. No, 37 viewers. Hey, this is a nice turnout. Hello to everyone who just arrived. Today is Legends. Very nice, Danilo. Let's go 120 stones. Husky, if I buy you a stone pack now, then everybody and their mothers is going to ask me to buy them a stone pack. But we'll do a stone pack giveaway. Most likely I would be able to afford it. I would be able to afford one next run. So yeah, hang in there. I'll figure out the logistics once Nexus confirms the payment. Then I can see how much I can spare for the giveaway and so on. Hi James. Hi Greto. Oh, we have Ghetto and we have Greto. How are you all? Nice run. Look, yeah. It's been a great run. This run is great. Not as much damage, but so safe. I can actually focus on the chat, not even have to bother looking at the game at all. First time watching the stream. Hey, welcome to the stream. If I gift you a stone pack, then it will be your first time getting one. Basically giving you my first time. Keep it. Oh man, Husky. Hey, you stream as well, right, Husky? The other day you mentioned that you were on Twitch or something. Oh, Greto, welcome. So Greto is like new to the game. Ghetto is like in top 10. Right, so 3 days away from your 1 month mark. I hope you're enjoying the game, Greto. Oh, okay, you don't stream as much nowadays, I see. Is there fast ultimate? No, there's no fast ultimate. This set of battle conditions very friendly. Orb Resistance, Knockback Resistance. We don't care about Knockback Resistance because, well, permanent black hole. Enemy speed, well, we don't care about enemy speed because permanent black hole. Enemy attack speed, well, we only need to worry about like raise and overcharge enemies. And then Protector Ultimate, we don't really have to worry too much about Protector Ultimate because, well, permanent black hole. So a lot of the issues that would normally be in play is just solved by Galaxy Compressor this tournament. Okay, so if we see a situation like this where this is where damage would be nice, right? If I don't have the damage, then the commander enemies is just going to buff up the enemies. But in today's battle conditions, there is no death ray resistance. So any of the enemies that are within the commander, even though they get buffed, my death ray goes along. It just wipes all of them out, and I can slowly take my time to kill the commander enemies. it's fun, lots of numbers, still learning stuff, enjoying it. Yeah, great, enjoy the process. Gretel, so I have a couple of videos on, like, I think it's called the practical guide. A practical guide. Yeah, a practical guide. The first few episodes, it should give you a rough idea of what labs are good and so on. Unfortunately, I don't use any spreadsheets and all to track the effective paths and so on, but it should give you a working understanding of what labs to focus on and how you would generally want to focus on in developing your tower. Assuming you don't spend much on this game. If you spend a lot on this game, then there are certainly more like effective or efficient paths to go along with. Fast ultimate, yeah, Danilo. I don't think anybody likes fast ultimates unless maybe you have like max CF plus. Then fast ultimates probably not so impactful. And check it out, guys. We are at what, almost 2200 waves. Haven't popped second win yet. Very, very safe build, and damage is 20% of what it normally is. With also we don't have the more enemies battle condition, so that's why elites aren't spawning too often just yet. We might actually do pretty decently in this just with this setup alone. Let's see how we are doing in terms of ranking right now. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, yeah, so you got all the important ones, Gretel. Add starter pack, epic pack. You can go very, very far with just that. So in that case, you actually want to be very efficient with your stone spending, because stones are going to be quite limited. Your lab development is going to be a lot better compared to your ultimate weapon development eventually. Maybe later on, after you've played for a couple of years, you might want to buy a few packs here and there. The last push for ultimate weapon plus is really painful, but at least for now you're good to go. Took me 6 months to get the epic pack. Shelly, you win the giveaway. Husky living in denial. Oh, well, delusional or denial, I don't know which of the two. Gotta cope. I have this guild chat with my guildies on Telegram, and then everyone has been asking me to buy them stone packs as well. But it's like, you guys think that with the creator code I get a lot of revenue. I mean, I'm sure Jplace and Spartan would have a lot more. They've got a lot bigger followings, but You know. Well, I mean, I didn't expect that I would actually be able to earn some revenue from this game by making YouTube videos on it. So I don't mind doing the giveaways at some point, but I have to do it in such a way that I don't end up losing money. I'm rich now with creator code? No. Danilo, I'm not. Hang on, let me see. So I mean, it's decent, but it's not super high. Like in the last 7 days, I've made $200 from the creator code. So $200, that's not even enough to cover my own stone packs. Yeah, but you know, I think about it as like it's a subsidy on my spending. Yeah, that's 3 stone packs. So it's like a subsidy. Who's my friend, Husky? Nico, yeah, do it. I've been telling everyone who has been thinking about creating their own YouTube channel, I think this is the best decision that I made all year. So last year, I told my buddies back in Singapore over New Year's, like, oh, my New Year resolution, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And you know, guys being guys, the first thing that they said was, most of them just burst out laughing, and they're like, oh my god, it's going to be the most boring channel ever. But you know, don't care what other people say, just do it. And it's been such an interesting learning experience. Just learning how to make videos, upload videos, respond to other people. I'm still really bad at responding to comments, but I think overall it's been a very fun process. And you know, I've met very wonderful people on Discord. It wouldn't have been possible otherwise. My content would be about how to salvage shit. Okay. Really? Creators grab up rebates in game more than anything. To make good cash, it takes a build YouTube. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, thank you very much for that, James. I won't have any content since I just farm from time on end. Yeah, well, so Husky, if you went back to like some of my earlier videos, I think the first few videos, it was just progress update. And then I basically threw the question out to the audience. I said, well, if there's specific questions that you have, post them in the comments and I'll make a video on it. So that way I didn't have to think of any content to make. And quite a lot of the questions people ask, I didn't know the answers to them. I just had to do my own research on them as well. And it's just nice. It's a nice experience talking about stuff outside of work. At work, all I talk about is economics. And now that I have the opportunity to talk about other things aside from economics, it's very helpful. It's very helpful. Like even when I speak to other people nowadays, I feel more confident in talking about stuff that I'm not familiar with. I might not know the answer to things, but then I know that I can just go ahead and look up the answer and or just ask them what they mean about things. And yeah, overall I have no regret starting the YouTube channel. It's been really, really fun. Now, like, I think I might have told a couple of people on the stream before, like, my goal for the next year is not tower related. It's well, number one, I want to complete the PhD, but I also want to try to do a marathon in under 3 hours. And I have honestly no idea how I'm going to get there, but I think I might want to set up a second channel where I just document the process, right? It's like progress update for the tower, but this is just real life progress update where I just update on my running. And at least I can document the whole process from start to end of how I managed or did not manage to hit the target. And I think that would be pretty fun. Even if I get a code, who's going to use my code realistically? Well, I don't know, you have a nice personality, Husky. Technically, I'm built like a tower. What, you presume to have seen me? You presume to have seen my tower, Husky? What are we doing? Well, at some point when I get my Boom Boom build up and running, it's going to be a bunch of people watching me stream myself playing with my tower, doing some Boom Boom. And 99% of the viewership are males, so it'll be a bunch of dudes watching another dude play with his tower. Wrong platform for this. Oh shit. Okay, this overcharge is taking out everything. No more energy shields. I don't have enough damage. Oh, but it's dead. Okay, we have a bit of time now to regen a bit of stuff. Yeah, the fleet enemy took a chunk out of my health, but it's okay. So far, it's only the overcharge enemies that have been hitting me. Nothing else has been hitting me just yet. So once my wall rebuilds, and I get another like 20 waves of fortification before the next fleet enemy comes, I should be pretty safe. Niku says, was it worth in the end to go for smart missiles instead of other ultimate weapons? So far, I haven't invested any stones into smart missiles, Niku, for version 27. Eventually I would like to, and even though smart missiles right now has a lot less damage than the other ultimate weapons, so let me pull up the damage profile. So you will see, like, my swamp damage 5.44, chain lightning 15, smart missile is less than 1 AA damage. I do think that there is a place for smart missiles, and the reason why is because smart missiles is good at dealing with priority targets. So if, let's say, I'm in a farming run and there is a commander enemy that comes along, or like now with this protector ultimate, right? The protector is going to cluster a ball of enemies, and poison swamp, even though it does ramping damage, I need to kill those enemies quickly before they get too buffed by the overcharge enemy and by the commander enemy and end up killing me. So with smart missiles, at least I get that amount of burst damage on the fleet enemies. For this battle condition, it doesn't really matter too much because there is no Defy resistance, so there's always very little enemies in the commander section. But having the smart missiles to amp up the damage on these commanders is, you know, it's free damage, and all the other types of ultimate weapons don't offer that level of burst. Oh, okay, I just lost second wind, 2341 waves. The reason why I lost that second wind is because like the elites were buffed by the overcharge enemy, and they started, I think with mass enforcement, they started getting close to my tower. Yes, so I have smart missiles. I mean, it's not super developed, 504x, quantity 11, and cooldown is at 20 seconds. Not the best smart missiles, but eventually I would like to get something like 20 quantity, 900x damage, maybe 8 seconds of cooldown. Right now, my stones are... The original plan was to go into S mods with my stones, but I think I'm going to go for Spotlight Plus for the rest of this month. Spotlight Plus would be great. Another thing that would be really great would be the S-Mod substat efficiency, just to get more ELS percentage. As you can see, like the damage number really doesn't make much of a difference. We'll see this in the next run when I use project funding as the main. The wave count probably would be slightly higher, but it's not going to be like I'm going to get, you know, 400-500 waves more with like 5 times the damage. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get like 120 waves extra with 5 times more damage. The bulk of the damage that or the bulk of the waves that I'm going to gain is just coming from the ELS. The slower this number goes up, the longer it is that I get to kill enemies before I eventually can't kill them. Right, there is an overcharged enemy here. Let's just use my smart missiles, try to clear it out. We didn't clear it out, but hopefully it dies soon. Oh, that was a big chunk. Oh, that's another big chunk. Oh, okay, it killed me. And that's it, I'm dead. So I got killed by overcharge. Nothing much I can do about it. But let's have a look at the overall stats. What am I supposed to look at? Oh, 2369 waves. So about 20, let's just say 2370. Overall, orbs, and even though there's orb resistant, orb damage is still really, really good. Overall, the damage from my ultimate weapons not very high, right? Most of the damage is just from death ray from orbs. Hi Chris, how are you? Yeah. Well, I mean, I was due for death. So far so good. We're looking pretty good. There was a galaxy compressor run. Let's now do a switch up. We are going to use project funding as the primary. Okay, so we where is project funding? And I don't think that I would need a galaxy compressor with the project funding build, because I'm going to be switching off my black hole. Yeah, I think it would be better to switch off my black hole with just project funding. So then that way I just spin the enemies around. I don't want them to cluster in my black hole, because if my black hole falls, and when my black hole falls, the ranged enemies would be able to pop me. Is that a good idea? Or no, you know what, let's just try to keep things as equal as possible. So in one case it was project funding and galaxy compressor, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to reverse the roles of the two core modules. So I don't have permanent black hole with this setup. Let's see how we actually get along with the wave counts. So that will give you or give the viewer a better idea of whether or not they would prefer permanent black hole or just prefer more damage. I'm not even going to switch off my black hole, so we'll see how the two pan out when compared with one another. Okay, so nothing changes. I'll set up the level skips first, and then I think I would need to I would need to change the target priorities a little bit. Whoa, my game just hanged. John, deja vu. Yeah, that's what I was about to think. That's what I was about to say as well. Okay, so now we are maxed out over here. As you can see, my damage is already higher. I need to do a bit of changes to my distances first. Wrong button. Let's chuck in the range card now. I need to switch my target priority. So because now I'm dealing more damage. Elites didn't seem to be much of a problem earlier. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ranged up top in this case, and let's not worry too much about the... Do I actually have to worry about fast and protector? Yeah, I do have to worry about... How am I going to do this? Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it like this. We should have enough orb damage to kill the bosses, so I don't have to worry too much about bosses. Fleets and elites and range needs to die quickly. And yeah, let's just bring fast enemies up as well. Fast enemies above bosses. Yeah, so range fleet protector elite fast boss. Alright, let's try this priority and see how we go. I need to increase my shockwave size to 2.0, I think. Was it 2.0? Where's my shockwave? Yep, alright, so that's good enough. And from here it's AFK. How is my cache and enhancements? It's 2.0 Danilo. So hopefully in this setting we have more damage, we can kill the enemies a bit faster. My orbs are hopefully in the center of my black hole, so if my if protectors pull the enemies in and my black hole falls off, hopefully I can still, you know, not die. Not instantly die to range enemies popping off my wall and so on. But we should expect a lot more chip damage with this build. Overcharged enemies would be less of a concern under this setup, I think. Is there a bug with the minus 10% ELS? I had under 10% ELS last tournament. I still skipped some levels, even though I think there is a minimum amount of ELS that you can possibly have. Maybe that's why you're still skipping levels. New module is interesting. Yeah, it's just more damage. Alright, okay, so whatever Chris said, minimum is 1% EOS. So you're definitely going to skip one wave every 100. And this is actually pretty nice, right? Even just with Galaxy Compressor, 2369 waves. And I think it's a build that is very easily replicable by many people, right? Just getting permanent black hole, not very difficult. And assuming that the wave count is not too drastically different, this is like the poor man's version of, you know, if you don't have very developed CF plus and so on. It's probably something worth considering for this tournament. Yeah, Niku. So with the new ELS changes in version 27, basically you don't really want your ELS in tournaments until you are able to do tier 18 wave 1000, and then you get the ELS battle condition reduction. Every percent of ELS is very, very helpful, by the way. So I died 2300 waves. If I had like that extra 10% ELS, I'm probably getting into like 3300. It's like 150 waves per percent of ELS. Oh, minus 25% and minus 15%, Danilo is still positive 1%, so don't worry about that. But you know, having 54% and having 4% ELS versus having 1% ELS, that 4% is definitely going to get you a lot of extra waves later on in the game. Alright, any predictions from you guys? How much more or less waves do you think I'll get with this build? Previously, it was, what were we? We were 2369. This tournament is really nice. I want to see the live results. I'm sure like this is going to be PB kind of tournament for a lot of people. So let's see, Greenie is at 2894 waves currently. Last tournament people were getting 5,000-ish waves already. ELS is great for farming, but for tournaments it's quite detrimental since my free upgrades go into ELS, which I'm not getting above 10% by only 2. Yeah, Nico. So honestly, if you haven't already, if you're not at the stage where you have your battle condition reduction lab unlocked, I think the general progress would be much better if you dumped your stones into econ so that you could afford the masteries to get to tier 18 wave 1000, and then once you are able to get the battle condition reduction lab, that is going to make all the difference to your wave counts. I think getting to 250 waves versus with like 50% reduction, if you get to like 40% reduction, suddenly you will be able to get to like 1,000 waves. That's probably the difference in that ELS percentage. Oh, hang on. My shockwave size was actually 2.2 in the previous run, so let's keep it at 2.2. Still at 4 billion lifetime coin. Yeah. Just focus on econ. Can't go wrong with econ. It's not as flashy and so on, but it's what everybody needs. I think if I had to be very efficient with my stone spending this version, I am going to probably focus very heavily on econ with all the stones that I get. But you know, I want to try something different this version, so that's why I'm doing like smart missiles and whatnot. But in terms of the live results, right? My tournament ranking has dropped by about 40 to 60 positions. Just by me trying to focus on smart missiles instead of focusing on econ. So that, you know, that gives you an idea of how important econ is in this version. What do I think is going to kill me this time around? Yeah, it's probably going to be ranged enemies or ray enemies. My guess is that at some point when my black hole falls, a protector is going to have the ultimate condition on, and then stuff is going to ram into my tower, and then, you know, suddenly I just proc second win. It's going to be quite RNG dependent. This set of battle conditions is very similar to how it felt like when I first went into tier 16 for farming. I used 32 seconds black hole, so I had like a 4 seconds downtime. And whenever my black hole falls, I just lose like 2 or 3 energy shield charges. And it becomes very easy to die. There's a lot of variance in your run performance. What really helped me was to get permanent black hole. So back then in my Multiverse Nexus, I'll pull it up. Yeah, so for my Multiverse Nexus, I wrote on this 4 seconds black hole duration, and then that got me to 36 out of 38 seconds for my black hole. And just having this extra 4 seconds of black hole duration, it extended my wave count by like 1,000-ish waves on average in tier 16 farming. So this was between like 3,000-ish waves to like high 4,000 wave count. So permanent black hole, very very useful against protector ultimates. In my farming runs, I currently use Black Hole Digester and Galaxy Compressor. Singularity Harness would give me more coin overall, but it does require that I put very specific substats on my core modules. But since I want to play with Smart Missiles, as you can see here, I have to roll in this Smart Missile cooldown. What's the other one I use? Primordial Collapse. I'm also trying to roll in like Smart Missile stuff over here and Spotlight Angle. I guess there might be a world where if I had used the new core module in my farming run earlier, right? So instead of Dimension Core, if I use this one, I get extra 80% damage reduction. That would have made the overcharged enemies a lot less dangerous in the previous run. However, I would lose out on the 15% chronofield speed reduction. So I'm not sure if my tower can actually handle that. Maybe if I have CF13, yeah, I could do that, but I don't. So not sure if that would be. Oh, maybe it would be useful, like triple black hole. Even at 50% damage reduction, it's still a good amount of survivability. Maybe that might have been better over Harmony Conductor. Be right back. Need to use the washroom. Alright, I am back. I'm not sure if you guys can hear some noise in the background. I'm just boiling some water. Going to make myself some coffee. So just bear with me for a couple of minutes. With the S mods, there are so many new combinations. Yeah, there are, Danilo. Yeah. I don't... If anything, I think that it's even harder for a meta to emerge nowadays. But it does seem likely that if you just max everything out, it's going to be the most efficient. Well, it's going to be the best at the end of the day, right? Just max everything out. Have the most amount of damage, the most amount of ELS, most amount of coin gain. You're probably in a good spot. I do wish that they give us something to prioritize hitting fleet enemies. I think that would be very useful. Oh, my water is ready. Be right back again. Alright. Oh, Danilo, you need 1 million stones. Oh my god, you're so greedy. I would be happy with, like, you know, if some kind Samaritan, gave Fats a check to get me like 40,000 stones or something. I would be very happy. I'm not even asking for 1 million stones. How are we doing now? Hey Graham, how are you? Oh, we're at 10 trillion damage. So I think this is very similar in terms of the situation to the previous run. Right? At this stage, I don't think the damage actually matters. That, you know, previously I was at 9 trillion damage around this wave count. I don't think it really mattered for quite a while. Danilo, yeah. So the interesting thing about this game is the progress, right? It's about the journey, not about the destination. If I were to be given like 1 million stones right now, I would just max everything out, and then there would be no joy in playing the game anymore. Where the joy actually comes from is like you're like, oh, I need this, and then you finally get it, and you're like, oh yeah, I feel so good for the next like 2 days, and then that dopamine hit goes away, and then you're just like, oh, I need this new thing now, you know. So if I've got 40,000 stones right now, let's just use nuke right now. If I've got 40,000 stones right now, that brings me to about 160,000 lifetime stones. That means that I can get 80 seconds GT. I can probably get a bit more into CF plus, like another 2 clicks or so. I can put a bit into my smart missiles. Maybe get 100 seconds duration for Poison Swamp. Get Black Hole to 70 meters. Maybe get a bit more duration. Spotlight, get a bit of angle. Get a bit of Spotlight plus. And it would put me in a very competitive spot to try to push for like top 200 or something. I wouldn't want to go further than that, because then, you know, there's not much joy left if I were to say suddenly become top place with like 1 million stones. Yeah, Nico, see, like in Nico's situation, 2450 stones finally unlock GT and Death Wave. Oh, that would be so nice. You just want 500,000 stones now. I think with 500,000 stones we can actually max out most of the stuff in this game, can't we? So honestly, it would be nice if like you know, imagine if there is some will who is willing to negotiate a contract with FUTs and says like, okay, tell me how much it would cost for me to get enough currency to max everything out in this game. And then that way that person can just do all the playtesting and showcase the game in its true glory, right? If someone is willing to do that, I think there would be a huge demand for that person's content. Everyone would see like, well, you can, you know, people can actually really see the impact of each, say, ultimate weapon plus or each upgrade, and how much it actually benefits the player, and then players can make their informed decisions about how they would like to progress their tower. Question, Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their woman. I need to find an Arabian oil prince to sponsor my stone needs. Don't we all, Nico? Don't we all? I mean, my dream still stands. I have no knowledge in programming, but it would be nice to make like an equivalently addictive game to this game. But you know how this game is, like they allow you to spend, and for the most part it's quite pricey to play this game, but in the grand scheme of things it's not super pay to win heavy, right? You actually need time investment. But we should make a game where it's equally as addictive as this game, but there is unlimited upgrade potential. So and we do not limit the amount that players can will in. And then we take the proceeds from that game and then we split them evenly in this game, so that everyone can get 5 stone packs a month. I think that would be really nice. Fund our own stone pack addiction by making money off other people. So I'll pop my demon mode at 1900, or well, after 1900 when the next fleet enemy arrives. Yeah, I think that would be a good point to use demon mode. Or should I save my demon mode for like towards the end of the run? No, let's not bother about that. We want to keep the comparison as close as possible. Alright, see you, Danilo. Thanks for joining. Have a good rest. I'm surprised no one is money laundering by creating games like The Tower. How do we launder money, Niku? Well, this is purely for I'm not sure if we can talk about money laundering on stream. But I would like to know how people launder money. Does anyone know? Is this going to go against YouTube's terms of service? If we had a chat about money laundering. I would like to know the process of money laundering. How does that work? And how do people launder money? I took a hit. I guess that was from a Protector Ultimate. Oh, my stream just crashed. So it seems like we can't talk about money laundering, right? Yeah, I guess we can't talk about it. Like my stream just crashed. Well, I guess the chat would have to wait for a bit before it pops back up. I've reloaded the chat, but then nothing against the rules to speak of the theoreticals of money laundering. Why money launder when Fat says us all crypto farming for him? Okay, wait. Anyway, it's 1900. I need to pop my demon mode. Let's pop the demon mode now, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I am barred from talking about it. Let's use a code word. ML? Yeah, I don't think well, I don't know why my chat is dead now, because like I've opened up a new chat. Can I get rid of it and open it up again? How do I do this? I need to learn where is my chat? I can't see the chat. Well, let's leave it for a bit. Maybe it would refresh itself on OBS. Or is there a way to add in a new screen? Let's add a media source? Is it a media source? Maybe instead of ML, I need to do Cockney rhyming. Oh, speaking of ML, does anyone here play Mobile Legends? I've been wanting to download Mobile Legends and play it once again. Is it screen capture? Would it be screen capture? Let me see. Let's see. Chat. Create new chat. Bear with my screen for a bit. Display app window capture, and I want to put in the chat. Okay, So now I can get rid of the old stream chat. I can bring in the new stream chat. And then that way we can see it. Okay, and let me lock the new chat. There we go. JP, apparently we can't talk about certain stuff on stream. I think that's how the chat thing just got disabled suddenly. Hey Kristen, how are you? Welcome back. Did you manage to snipe JP's stream? JP, have you not stream, tournament. Have you joined this tournament? The boogeyman. So Kristen, I ran permanent black hole in the previous tournament run, and I got to 2369 for wave count. I'm just I'm keeping everything the same as the previous run, except that now I'm using PF and Galaxy Compressor instead of Galaxy Compressor and PF. So I've got like 5x the damage now, and I just want to see what's the difference in overall performance. It seems to be, XNT before things happen, I think it's going to be very similar in terms of wave count. 5x damage is a lot, but also not a lot at some point. And in the previous run, I died to an overcharge. Oh, you have Dr. Gonzo in your bracket. Haha. Graham, I've had him a few times. He's always first place in my brackets. But if Kristen was in my bracket, I think Kristen would beat him. I think. Let's talk about hikers. Yeah. So how do hikers hike, Chris? Like, what boots do they use? They walk. Kristen, I don't know if I want to know the answer to this, but what is your coin per hour now? Is it like 500Q an hour? Thereabouts? So by the way, guys, Kristen has actually go boxed this one here, the multiplier efficiency. I think now he would be at like the 80-ish% kind of region. Oh no. Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Kristen. Or get discharged soon. $500 to $550Q per hour. Wow, that's crazy. Just to make it clear, I've watched so many documentaries on corruption and hiking that I guess you could. Kristen, this is your last treatment, right? This is your last treatment. Hang in there, buddy. You're almost done. And then when you go for your physical therapy, I hope that you get the hottest therapist in the world. I watched this video. There was this research that was done in Japan about this guy. He was a pretty scrawny dude. He went to the gym one day, and the first day he went to the gym, it was empty. He had a personal trainer, and the trainer got him to do some weights, but didn't give him any encouragement and so on. So he could lift this, this baseline amount of weight. The next day he went in there were a whole bunch of dudes, pretty muscular dudes. They were all pumping pretty hard while he was training, and he managed to lift like 5 pounds heavier as a result of that. The following day, instead of a bunch of dudes lifting weights, it was a bunch of women, all training as well, and he could lift even heavier. And on the last day, they replaced all the women with even hotter women, and he could lift even heavier. And the women were cheering him on while he was lifting the weights. So the environment that you receive the treatment from, it actually helps a lot, right? Somebody messaged me. Let's see. Then we can finally get a face review. Let me quit my Discord now, so the chat doesn't hear the pinging. Right, wave 2000. 5x the damage. I think we so far so good. Haven't had any issues where like the protector just suddenly takes off all my energy shield charges or something. Overall, I think this is going to be a very nice bracket. Oh, it's going to be a very nice tournament for most players. Sounds like the uniform. Yeah. So the visual stimuli that you receive can actually have a very positive impact on your overall performance. Maybe that's just how the male brain is hardwired to react, I guess. But JP making chicken palm on vacation. Actually, going back to JP's comment about a face review, I think for the longest time in this game, there hasn't been... Most players don't really reveal their faces while playing the game. But recently there's been a few content creators, I think like Jammin Forever, Bonzo, they do face reveals, and I think it's a lot more interactive because you actually can put a face to the voice behind the person. I'm not sure how useful it is though. Bonzo did say that it, or was it Dr. Trashback? I think it was Dr. Trashback who said that he tried face reveal for one of his other channels, and it didn't seem to affect by much. Nico, so I feel the conditions in Go are horrible this tournament. Basic ultimate is crazy. I got 3 bosses simultaneously. And then there is Knockback Resistance. Nico, is there Taunts Resistance? If there's no Taunts Resistance, then G-Comp and PC. And just face tank everything. Just let them all smash onto your tower and die. Because in gold, you don't really have to worry about damage. Yeah, so you might want to go with stuff like Sharp Fortitude, if you have it. Sharp Fortitude, then you got Stronger Wall. PC for the damage reduction. G-Comp, so you get permanent black hole. So you got permanent damage reduction. And then for the cannon, you use whatever cannon you want. It wouldn't affect the overall gameplay by much. Right, there's an overcharge enemy here. It's still taking a while to die, to be honest, this overcharge. Die, buddy. You gotta die. Just die. Guys, how crazy would it be if imagine we get less wave count with project funding as the primary, then you know this is an indication that like damage honestly doesn't mean shit in this game. I doubt that would actually happen because you know it's hard to imagine a world where having more damage is bad. But then if Galaxy Compressor in today's battle conditions is worth like more than 5 times damage, it really disincentivizes people from going into anything aside from controls. $38, 3 billion lifetime coin. Yeah, I mean the lifetime coin doesn't really matter too much for your stage of progression, Nico. You just want to be able to EHP your way as far as you can, and I think EHP still works all the way up to Legends. You just can't really EHP your way in Legends. Because you know this health number, this attack number is just a bit too high. But everything before Legends, it's not an issue. I just started pumping up my Chain Lightning for better tournament performance since I didn't get Death Wave or GT as my 4th ultimate weapon. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Kristen, go to bed, Kristen. Go to bed. Go rest up. Focus on getting well. Yeah, JP. See, we think exactly the same, JP. Whenever Kristen says something, just tell him go away. Oh, you slept 22 hours. Nice. Nice. Even my own friend. Kristen, you think we are friends? But honestly, I think in this game I chat with you and JP the most. And as long as there's only one Norwegian, it's still, you know, I can handle it. When you and Jay plays tag team, oh my god. You guys gang up on me. You gang up on everyone. Yeah. But you know, I've learned how to deal with you. The trick that I learned is to not acknowledge that you're from Norway. It's Jay plays squeaky voice that gets me going. I mean, they do it in chat as well. That's below the belt. And Kristen, you know, back to you saying that we are friends. Like, there was once you just messaged me and like, who said that we are friends? Oh, but you guys missed this. Earlier, someone in the chat turns out to be in Melbourne as well, and I'll probably meet him for dinner and drinks at some point. Haha, I've got friends aside from you and JP, Kristen. Oh, there goes my wall again. Well, a fleet just arrived, so I think we're good. We have some time. That's not normal. Don't show him my tower. Why not? Show him my permanent golden tower. JP, when you said Jesus, it meant all I heard was J Place. All I heard was J Place, the soundboard of J Place. So are masteries still a trap? Masteries are a trap if you don't have the econ to sustain them. Aside from RPC, I think. But S-mods, if you don't have high enough levels in your modules, then yeah, probably they are a trap. But assuming you can get to like 161 on your S-mods, it's probably a good thing. Like, at least for me, in my farming runs, just having the generator as mod got me about 1,500 more coin bonus. It's been helping a lot with my farming. If I'm not able to lab the new labs, is going into assist mod still worth it? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't really lab the new labs. They are too expensive. But each click into so I think it's dependent on each individual, but each click into this gets me about 40 coin multiplier. Currently, each click into my workshop enhancements gets me about the same amount as well. So it's about 1.8, 1.9 Q to get one level into my enhancement. And it gives the same amount as this. Now, if I think about the cost of upgrading the S-mods, this next level is going to cost me about 1Q. So I think this is actually cheaper. It's just that I have to lock up the lab for 2 days. The only reason I'm not actually putting the coin into this right now is because at my current stage of progression, 1 quintillion coin is still quite a lot in terms of my lifetime coin. And if I lab up this level, it means that 1Q is permanently gone. I can no longer use it anywhere else. But if I put it into my enhancement, I can still respec out of it for tournaments and so on. So I don't want a situation whereby all my coins are just going into labbing up this new labs and I don't make any progress in my EOS for tournaments. But at some point, yeah, I definitely have to pump up into those numbers. Respect, what is that? Christian, you know, don't. Learning to be humble is good in life. You're already seated down, so now be humble. Too lazy to respec. Yeah, well, I mean, where you are in the game, you are already getting first place most brackets, so I don't think respecing really helps. You don't need to, as long as you are first place, you don't really need more. Ooh, actually, Trouble and Spyro seem to be like not doing very well, huh, for their tournaments. Maybe they have issue with like the Protector Ultimate. That's very nice. Uh-huh. Is there a chance for me to hold second place? Well, Trouble and Spyro were both ahead of me in the last tournament. So hopefully I can hold second place. Nice. What a pleasant surprise. Nico says, might be a bad question, but wouldn't it be worth for me to get the Cannon Assist module in order to put Being Annihilator or even the new module once it comes out? Probably, Nico, but why do you think it's a good idea? I mean, having the extra damage is good, but honestly, if I had to choose between cannon or armor, I think getting Space Displacer would be more beneficial for me. Because like damage is good, but it's not, you can get away with having lower damage if you have good controls and so on. And the controls help a lot more than damage does. Especially in like farming and whatever. Eventually when enemies get so much health, most of the damage is just coming from your orbs. Econ is king. Yeah. Econ it really is. Like, I didn't realize this until one day, like I was... It was Christian that actually helped me understand this. In this game, when you get to a certain point, like, after you are able to get out of intro sprint mastery, like 1800 waves and so on, before intro sprint mastery is done, you might need some damage to just be able to make it out of intro sprint mastery. But after that, it's all about just having the controls, and then you let ELS do its thing to reduce the enemy health. And that just gets you a very long way. So you need Econ to sustain your ELS in your tournaments, and with high enough ELS, you don't really need to worry about damage. But like so the profile of your damage also matters as well. If this was like the battle conditions for today was enemy attack speed and more enemies, rare enemies would be a very big problem for me. But since there's no more enemies battle condition today, it's not too bad. But that's also the reason why I want to go for Spotlight Plus. It's just to have the ability to deal with the more enemies battle condition. Poison Swarm Plus is great for, like, you know, just taking damage, but Spotlight Plus gives a bit more bursty damage profile. Ooh, lab coin discount level 70. Very nice. Hi Daniel, you had a question. Would I choose either Chronofield Permanent with 4k stones? Or wait till 5.9, get the last two ultimate weapons and start GT Plus first. Daniel, how interested are you in tournaments? Or how much do tournaments mean to you? If you are more focused on econ and just general game progression, I would say go GT Plus first. Chronofield, you can kind of get away with it for a while, or without it for a while. So if I were you, given the extra 10% of ELS that you would face these days, I would go for the GT Plus first, and then try to unlock tier 18 wave 1000, have enough econ to sustain the masteries and work on the battle condition reduction lab, and then when you start work on your battle condition reduction lab, then go into CF. Oh, I just lost my wall. Yeah, but that's what I would do. I would also even forego the 4th Spotlight Beam just to get GT Plus first. I'm not sure if that's the most effective in terms of coin gain, but back when I had a choice between GT Plus or Spotlight 4, I chose to go for Spotlight 4 first, and I mean there was a bit of a coin gain. It just, the game really changes after GT Plus, and I don't think the game really changes after Spotlight 4. Oh, double hit, okay. So 2301 waves, previously 2369. Oh, you're welcome. Overcharge spawn. And this is really nice. What I really like about this build is that it's just minimum range. everything looks so clustered and compact together. That was pretty dangerous earlier. My black hole fell when the protector was in my black hole. If I didn't have nuke mastery, I'm pretty sure that some ranged enemy would have taken a shot at me. But it was just enough time for the new black hole to pull the enemies away. $23.32 waves now. Oh, this is actually taking quite a while. I kind of wish that the runs ended around like the 1800 region. I think I might lose my wall here because there's a buffed vampire enemy. The mass enforcement is bringing it closer and closer to my tower. Yeah, okay, so it's dead now. This run with project funding? Yeah, so this is the run with project funding. The earlier run, I used Galaxy Compressor. It was 2369 waves. Currently, project funding, we'll see how much more or less I get with project funding. I'm pretty sure it will be more. It's just how much more. Maybe 2400. There is a lot more RNG involved with no permanent black hole. So, you know, depends. And even though it might seem like I'm very safe now, I've got second wind and like 3, everything is up. All it takes is one overcharged enemy that comes in and I can't kill it. It takes out all my energy shields. If a boss then hits me and then like now, right, I'm going to lose a lot of things and that's the end of the run. So very difficult to predict how the wave count would be like with the Protector ultimate. If you have like a permanent, like a maxed out CF Chain Lightning Plus, Protector Ultimate is not going to be an issue because you can just take out the protector entirely with CL+. But you know, I don't have CL+, so like now, oh, that was nice. I guess there was an ultimate weapon crit that killed the overcharged enemy. But if that didn't crit, then you know, I would have lost quite a bit of stuff. Maybe lost a bit of health over here. Or maybe I should show the stats from my attack page. This is how it looks like. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that in my background. It's quite noisy at the moment. I think there's the weekly protest going on at the moment. So let me know if it's noisy. I'll lower the mic volume. Okay, so we are already doing better with project funding. We make it to 2400 waves. Can we do 2500? Is that being a bit too greedy? Oh boy. Okay, I guess not. Overcharged enemy is here. It's okay, it's dead. So the issue earlier was the protector ultimate not having permanent black hole. Oh, there is a buffed Ray enemy. That's not good. Okay, it died. It seems like we might be able to make it to 2500. Oh, looks like the lab got done. What happened? Oh, it was the lab coin discount, I guess. Yeah, let's go, Kristen. Yeah. Yeah, boy. How are we doing in terms of the overall rankings? Trouble and Spiral didn't seem to be doing very well this tournament, huh? That's good. That's good. Maybe they didn't figure out the permanent black hole stuff. Or maybe they not enough EOS. Or maybe they just got really unlucky with protectors. Wouldn't be surprised. Or maybe they were using larger range. Huh. Yeah, maybe having smaller range pretty good for this tournament. If you're using larger range, if overcharge doesn't get poisoned, doesn't land in your poison swamp or anything, you might run into some issues there. Oh, this Seb is taking forever to die. Kristen, since you're here, let me ask you, do you think it would be better if you use, like, for this set of battle conditions, you use negative mass projector, and that way you can reduce the overcharge enemy hits, instead of using space displacer? Oh, but ray enemies are getting me now. I can't kill them fast enough. Ooh, wow, check it out. 2.41 AA. Wow, I've actually never hit this high of enemy health before, for boss health. I think it's previously it was like 1 point something AA and then I'm dead. Now 2.44 AA, I can still kill the bosses. Oh, CF plus. I'm asking the laziest person I know. Well, from a strategy perspective, do you think it would be better? Alright, there's overcharge. Can we kill this overcharge enemy fast enough? It's not in my poison swamp, that's annoying. Alright, it's finally dead. Oh, that was pretty close. But I guess that means we can get to 2500. Yeah, even though we don't have anything at the moment. Assuming I don't get too bad of ray spawns or something. And we're able to kill the ray enemies. We should be okay. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was second win right there. Oh, demon mode's up. Haha. Raze, you can pop off as much as you want right now for the next 10 waves. I don't care. 2500. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Cooper, yeah, that's amazing. Feels so strong. Oh, and as you can see, like from that protector earlier, I just couldn't kill it. The extra damage it's gotten me, like, you know, it's 100-ish waves extra. But now I'm running into issues where I still can't kill the enemies. Oh, there goes second win. Shouldn't be long now before we're dead. Well, we might as well just use like our smart missiles, the next boss that let's just use it now, whatever. I don't think it makes much difference. The smart missiles didn't really even manage to break the protector shield. Okay, so we're down to... We have no more energy shield charges left. Can we get to like 2569? Then that would be a nice like 200 wave increment. Doubtful. I'm really liking this CF10. Like, bosses weren't an issue at all. Oh, this is it, I guess. Nope. Alright, still safe. Hey, more than 200 waves, 2570. Wow. Oh boy. 3 protectors. Oh, that's an overcharge now. Okay, so this is it. I'm pretty sure, right? There's no way I'm killing this overcharge enemy. There we go. 2581. Let me show the stats. So I got 212 extra waves with project funding as the main. In both cases I got killed by overcharge, no death defies. Let's check out the damage breakdown. Clearly there's a lot more A's happening in terms of my damage, because I've got more damage in general. Let's see, black hole damage is really good. I mean, orb damage, that's amazing. Death wave damage, death ray damage, that's, yeah. So I think in terms of the overall breakdown of the damage, it's very similar to the previous run. The only difference is that I've got more damage now, so those numbers seem to be higher. This is how the fleets look like. Well, in both cases we got killed by overcharge, so very nice, very nice. 2581. Hopefully this waves stay the same and we just end up in rank 2. I wouldn't mind rank 2. So I'll just quickly show the vault progress at this stage. So if I get rank 2, it means that I can complete this last upgrade on my power tree, and then I'm going to switch to harmony tree and just get the bot respecs done. It's like 100 keys in total before I go to like tier 2 in my power tree. But very nice. This is a very nice tournament. I like it. As long as there's no fast ultimate, I think it just makes like the whole tournament process very enjoyable. What did I put over here? Oh right, it's the new module. Oh, we have 50,000 rerolls. What do I want to put in? Let's save the reroll shots and figure it out at a later date. I need to change my shockwave size. Nothing here. Hey William, how are you? GC farming setup. Ooh, there's many queues. Can I buy anything? Should I get one of this or should I save up? Let's just get it. Orb size I can get a bit. No, let's do damage. Alright, let's everything 2.6 here. Right, 2.2. And I think we are ready for farming run. How's the dissertation? Yeah, not too bad with him. So I'm in the process of generalizing my model at this stage. I've gotten the base set of results up. now I have an inkling of how the general results would look like. It's just a pain with their regeneralizing stuff from toy models into like full theorems and propositions. It's a bit painful, but we're getting there. William, no, I work in game theory, so I don't use any sort of coding. It's if anything, I use Mathematica for like some basic algebra and stuff. But everything else is just mathematics. Yep. All right. So everything seems to be. Oh yes, I need to change my target priority. How is your dissertation going, William? And yes, I need to when this boss dies, pull this ops in, change the target priority. So what is the standard one? In spotlight, tank, basic. Oh right, fleets go right on top now. So fleets, tank, basic, closest, boss, elites, fast range protector. Yeah, alright. Working on 2 more PhDs. Yeah, you're crazy, William. Get a life. Well, I mean, if you enjoy it, then it's okay, right? But anyway, I think I have to wrap up the stream for now. And I guess we can do a quick summary of what happened today. So we compared Galaxy Compressor and project funding. Project funding, of course, gave me more waves. However, with Galaxy Compressor, it was a lot safer. I wasn't taking any chip damage. The only thing that was killing me was the overcharge enemy. But in both cases, I died to the overcharge enemy. So between Galaxy Compressor and Project Funding, I got about 6 times more damage with Project Funding as the main module. That amounted to be about 200 waves in Legends. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. Otherwise, oh yes, I'll catch you guys in the next stream, and have a good tournament, everybody. Bye.